Welcome back, guys, to the second episode of Coffee with COE. Last time we discussed about marketplaces. In this episode, we will talk about AI. I have Aditya, who's been leading SEO practices here at Merkle Sokrati. In this episode, we will be talking about how generative AI will transform SEO strategies. Thanks, Aditya, for joining this podcast. To start off with the topic, right? With this advent of generative AI and its wide adoption, marketers are quite curious about how these strategies have reshaped and then how do they fit into this disruption. So, according to you, how AI has already impacted the SEO space, and what do you think where it will potentially lead?
Okay, so to start with this, AI no doubt has left a significant imprint on the SEO landscape. When you look at the way we have been functioning previous to the introduction of generative AI, and now the way the things have changed, right? It has started to eliminate all the repetitive, tedious tasks. It has started to create those highly customized content, focusing on what users are looking for, right? And this is just the start where AI has just have started to show what potential it actually holds, right? So eventually the entire potential of AI will see in the upcoming future when it is more has gained has more large number of data sets, right, to take those strategic decisions, right, to work upon, come up with the suggestions that human used to earlier, spend a lot of time and then used to do it based on a large number of data sets, what is there, and then eliminating those irrelevant data and coming up with the suggestions, right? So no doubt that it has left a significant impact on this field. The way the strategies are going to change when it comes to the SEO field or the landscape, if you look at, is through making ourselves human-centric, right? Our approach should always be human-centric. Google's algorithm, if you see, they are coming up with lots of updates these days, where they are talking a lot about how to improve the overall user experience, user journey on the website, right? So the overall experience, user experience, will matter in the longer run, and it will be a combination of generative AI and human intelligence.
Okay. So to an extension to this question, right? So AI has been there, like systems have been using AI. We weren't aware, or maybe we were partially aware. But now with this Gen AI as a disruption, right? What is the difference according to you, Gen AI versus AI?
So when it comes to generative AI, right, it has a capability to learn from human interactions, right? So previously it was just an AI module that was trained on some specific set of data, and it used to give you the results based on that, right? With Gen AI, it has the ability to learn how humans are interacting, right? Customize its results based on the prompts that it has received, and give you that highly satisfactory answers to your queries, right, at the end of the day, which was until now was missing, right? So even if you look at the history, the way Google started its journey, right, it was to answer users' queries, right, to make sure that they're able to provide what users are looking for, right? And it was to some extent was able to do, but with generative AI, it has been able to take it to the next level, where they are learning more and more from user interaction and improving on a regular basis. Their algorithms, the way they understand users' intent towards specific terms, and then give you that customized results.
Okay, so search generative experience that has come recently, right?
Yes.
With Bard coming into picture,
Yes.
competition to ChatGPT. The responses that you see on search results, do you think that will change drastically in the future? I'm talking from the SEO point of view.
So yeah, it's going to change. There is no doubt in that. The way, the more the technology improves, the more human interactions, the way human interacts with the SERP results will change, right? They will adapt, they will look for more different informations, right? Because now previously the information that they used to come on the SERP and search for, now they can do it via generative AI tools, right? Now they are looking for more advanced kind of search results, right? So definitely the search results will change. The way the pages are going to be laid out, right? The queries that gonna be there, right? Users are looking for, and the information, specifically information, that will drastically change, and that will be mostly on the basis of data driven, right? And first hand experience. So if you have seen, Google has started focusing on EEAT, right, concept, where experience it has added to its concept, right, which is all about what author is creating the content, right, and does that author has a first-hand experience on if they are giving some kind of reviews, right? Do they have that first kind of experience on that part, right? What kind of data sets have we used in our content to back what we are saying, right? The way we have laid out our content. So it is going to drastically change. There is no doubt in that, for sure. If you look at the way generative AI has started working, is when you interact with generative AI, it's more on a conversational end, right? The way you are giving the prompts, it is answering you back, right? So users are into that phase of using queries or question types of terms or long tail keywords, if you want to say, right? So they have started utilizing that a lot now. Right, so even if they are on the search bar, they are entering those kind of terms to get results at a faster pace, right? So it will completely will depend on the industries, specific terms, right? What users are looking for. B, if you look at the user behavior, it has started to change when it comes to they are looking more for when they are looking for their answers, they are searching questions a lot these days. Right, so it will eventually change.
While we delve into the details of how Gen AI is impacting SEO, I would like to ask you, can you tell us some ways in which Sokrati has been conquering the SEO space?
Okay, so we have been into this space for quite a long time, and we have a lot of experience on how this space work, and we have a lot of expertise with us currently, right? So if you look at this, we have been doing it in two ways. One is at the technical front, right, where we have been very closely collaborating with our skilled developers to develop the tools which can eventually eliminate those repetitive monotonous tasks for us, right, and eventually improve our turnaround times for our client deliverables, right? And second is that we have been working with the set of strategic experts, right, on creating and delivering those custom strategies for our clients. So our strategy team has been able to do the market research to in very detailed form, in a very detailed ways, and they have been able to understand where does the user lie in the sales funnel journey, right? So it's whether they are into awareness phase, consideration phase, or they are into conversion phase, right? Based on that, we have been able to deliver those custom strategies for our clients, whether they are into BFSI sector, e-commerce, or they are having an OTT platform, right? So tailored to these industries, we have been able, understanding those user journeys, we have been able to create those custom content strategies for our clients. B, we have been able to, at the same time, we have been able to improve the overall user experience, right? So we have been doing a lot of UI UX analysis, right? Coming up with the suggestions, right? How to, how should the user journey on the website should look like? How the CTA's placement should be done, right? What kind of, does that align with the brand guidelines and everything, right? These things have eventually resulted in an improved or an increased organic convergence for our clients, right? So we have been working on these two fronts parallelly, right, to deliver a high strategic value for our clients.
Got it. So if I understood correctly, what we are doing is we are driving performance from our SEO strategies, right? Now, just to bifurcate, right, when you say I am bringing in performance or conversions by activating SEO strategies, how it is different than the typical SEO strategies that other marketers or advertisers typically follow?
Into continuation with what I was saying earlier, right? We have those strategic market experts with us, right, who have been able to understand the business requirements of what kind of challenges they are facing. So to give you a really, really good example, the other day we were doing audit for one of our client from America, and they were planning to launch a new website entirely on Shopify, right? And even before launching, we were able to assist them. Okay, what are the challenges from an SEO perspective you will face once you go live, right? You should take into consideration while even before you're developing the website, right? So we are able to do those things for our clients beforehand, right? We are able to add those value for our clients, right? So that is a value that we hold. That is a expertise that we have within our team in order to drive value for our clients.
So that's the differentiator we have when we say we are doing performance for SEO.
Yes, exactly.
Got it. Got it. So when I come back to technical SEO, do you think that generative AI technologies will help you optimize from the technical SEO point of view, or help you give insights on website development or issues that you typically see on websites?
So yeah, I agree. I agree that there is a lot of potential that generative AI holds, right? A, B, the potential that it has is enormous, right? It is beyond human imagination, if you see, right? But if you see, generative AI has just started, right? So the capability that it currently holds, it's limited to content creation, to data segregation, right? Data analysis, right? Helping us in ideation phase, right? And helping us out in those creating those initial custom strategies for our client, right? But when it comes to giving those advanced technical recommendations, there are still limitations to it. So generative AI can give us recommendations, give us perform analysis to some extent for our websites, but as of now, there are limitations that it won't be able to give us those in-depth analysis and give us those strategic recommendations that what custom action that we need to take in this particular situation, right? The technical audit part, the entirely technical audit that we do for our clients, right, will be taken over by the generative AI, and humans will be just doing giving more inputs from a strategic perspective. Okay, whether this particular recommendation suits for our client or this custom environment or the custom market that our client is in, right?
Okay. So I'm sure your team is using PageSpeed Insights, right? It's a Google tool. It gives you an understanding of what's working in your website and what's not working. Certain code or script which is redundant, and you need to remove that. So that's nothing but the AI that is being deployed by Google systems, right? Do you think that these Gen AI technologies will integrate, Bard will integrate in PageSpeed Insights, that will even further, ease the account manager's task that guy is currently doing? Like you said, right, there needs to be some customization that needs to happen, because the response that you get from a tool like PageSpeed Insights is generic. It might be applicable to any, let's say I'm taking an example of e-commerce. The same suggestions could come up by PageSpeed Insight tool for almost all the e-commerce websites on the similar lines, right? So do you think that these Gen AI will kind of integrate into these tools? There are plugins already available.
Yes.
What do you think about that?
So yeah, I agree that in the longer run, we will be eventually seeing that generative AI will be taking a place in users' life, where they are directly will be directly interacting with generative AI instead of going on Google and typing those things and looking for the best results, right? So it is going to come as a normal flow, right? And it will eventually happen when these technologies are integrated with our devices and the tools that we use on a daily basis. See, the future is a combination of generative AI and human intelligence. That is for sure. And you cannot 100% rely on the machine or generative AI tool to get the job done, because whatever is getting implemented on the website directly impacts our client's performance, right? On organic SERP, right? On Google SERP results or any other search engine result pages, right? So it becomes really important for us that we always keep that balance between generative AI and human, strategic inputs. That is really, really important for us.